What's up? What's up? Just seeing if everybody's here. Do a quickie. I don't know if anybody gonna come through, but we're gonna find out. Gotta come back for a little while. Got everything all sound up. Through to like a little mini one. Let's see what I got. See if anybody come through. Let's see what we got. Hmm. Just coming for a minute. What's up? What's up? Gonna be here for about 30 minutes. See if I come through. And can you hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, I'm good. Oh God, that's an old name I ain't heard. And you really starting. Guess so. God, you bringing up some real. Mm. He had a couple of moments too, and that was it. He had a couple moments. That was it. That's just like that's like John Wetland. You think I don't remember Wetland? Big old white boy. Yeah, I remember Ryan Kessel. Sure do. Seemed like a long time ago. Some of these people that you mentioned, it's like, wow, dang, that's like another era ago. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to mention the names that you were starting on before I spoke because you were talking about Ellis Burke and Gaga Rago. And Andres Galarrago's kind of forgotten to a certain age range, and Ellis Burke was a good steady hitter. He was a steady hitter for common time. When I think of that name, I'm almost thinking about Warren Cromartie. There's some names I haven't discussed in ages and places and things, but you know, see, baseball was one of my first true loves. That's one of those honest things I'm gonna tell you. You know, NBA took over, especially when I moved, especially when I moved to Virginia. But I was more of a baseball dude growing up, and then football out just kept coming. Yeah, I remember Juan Santana and Cliff Floyd. Agbiani, that's a long time ago when you say that name. And same thing with Johan Santana. He was bad for a minute. Cliff Floyd, I remember. Mhm. Just like Willie McGee. Willie McGee was something else. Lonnie Smith. I remember. I mean, they're cats that, you know, I used to keep up. I was a hardcore baseball fan, you know. So different era. Different era. But back then, yeah, back then. Yeah, Aurelia benefited from playing with Bonds and them. Lance Berkman was pretty good. Charles Johnson, I remember him. Remember all those cats. And the funny thing is, when you mention those cats, they were decent for their time. And then you think about where the game went, and then it's kind of like those were when you asked me about Tino and I was telling you about Paul O'Neill and like the Yankees couldn't win like that today. Not in their mindset. But back then it was perfect. Different style. Nickel and dime back then. Nowadays you gotta hit the home runs, it's all different. It's different game. Different game. So A real year today would have to at least hit 12, 15 home runs. I don't know if they I don't know. Bergman would be all right, so but yeah, I'm coming on Jeff Cohen. Yeah, I'm coming on the day. I might, because tomorrow with the Super Bowl, so I may or may not. And I know everybody's gonna be well, if I do come on, be by my usual. So I might come on briefly, like an hour. But I'm gonna definitely be, you know, just like everybody else, be analyzing it to an extent. Not so deep. Eddie Gardell, yep, Jeff Cohen. Remember those names? Those names don't even sound familiar today. That's how different it was back then. Just like Chipper Jones, you know, Andrew Jones, and then, yeah, yeah, I remember heard about that about Kelsey. He was athletic. Gino was good in college. He just sucked in the NFL for 20 years until he got to Seattle. That's all. But he was good in college. Just like oh, see, I know you're gonna read my brain. There was another Pat White. See, I said that off the bat. Who was great in college. That's why I hate when we have these discussions about guys in college and then they got to the pros. Well, they didn't make it. Anyway, because Pat White was great. Mm-hmm. And then you know, so hmm yep, Steve Slayton. But yeah, what I'm saying is because of the Super Bowl probably tomorrow and the ways are gonna be probably tied up. So that's why I came back and did a double tonight. Probably won't do it. Probably might not be on tomorrow. Probably come back Monday, but I dang sure wanted to get in. Cause the hype and the hoopla tomorrow. So and the airways might be tight too. So it's good if I come through. So thought I'd do a double. Be on for about probably another 20 minutes a night to get up tomorrow. But yeah, things have been cool. I mean, these names. I mean, I like I like how you bring up some of these cats because probably will be. Imagine DoorDash. Imagine so. Some of that stuff gonna be nasty though. JT Snow, remember him? We don't even know what his name means. Yeah. Um. Oh God. When I think about these cats, and that was quite a time period too. Because when you came along, you caught Cal Ripken about near the end of his career. Brad Ranke, remember him? Kirby Puckett, Frank Viola, those were, Andrew Jones, yeah, Matt Williams. Matt Williams was nice. Yeah, there were a lot of cats back then. Trammell and Lou Whitaker back in the Tiger days, and they were there when they won the World Series in '84 with Willie Hernandez 40 years ago. I remember that like verbatim. Sparky Anderson. Sparky always looked he was 75. I always had that white hair. Yeah, cracked me up. Yeah, that was a special team that year. Of course, you dissed Jack Morris, but yeah, he was big for them. They were special that year. See, baseball was different back then. If a team started off really great and did something special, you knew they were destined. And I remember that year they started off like 34-4. It's crazy. They were a special team, and they beat the Padres in the World Series. Who knew that Tony Gwynn would have to wait almost 15 years later to get to another World Series? 14 years. It's crazy times. Hmm. That's what makes baseball so different. Old Matt Stairs, who was a broke Jason Giambi, I remember, and old Richie Sexton, who was like he was like a broke version of Dave Kingman. He could only hit fences. That's it. Young's Kim. I remember Kim. Hmm. Remember when Matt Stairs was with Oakland, Sexton with Seattle. I remember. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, he went. Trammell was older though, just like Lou Whitaker and Larry Herndon and yeah, Willie Mays Aikens and those guys. Yep. So I remember all them cats. Hmm. Yeah, well, I said Willie Mays Aikens, but I know Willie Mays left the Giants, went to the Mets. Yeah, ego. Cat probably thought he could still do it. I mean, I understand. The ironic thing of Barry Bonds could have probably played about 2 or 3 more years. Should have gotten his 3,000 hits. That was cold. What do you agree with me on? Do tell. About LeBron? No, they're not. They're not. They need another force, maybe a hit or two on the bench. And I think they need Milwaukee, Boston, Philly all knock each other out. Then they got a chance. See, they need dominoes effects. They're not that team. And if a team needs dominoes, they're not that good. That's the problem too. His reputation predates him. He didn't get it done with Chicago. And as great as Brunson looks, is Brunson better than um is he better? I'm gonna get it to me right now. Why my brain going bum on me? I'm gonna get it just a second. Hold it. D Rose, yeah. Why my brain went dead on me. You saw that. I was so busy thinking. I had him in my head. Why if is D Rose is he better than D Rose? Bronson covers a lot of ground, but D Rose was playing at such a level that they was challenging Miami. I don't think Brunson can beat a healthy Giannis and with a better defensive crew or Tatum and Brown. I mean, they couldn't beat Miami last year with Butler and when it got tight. So, yeah, but my point is you got to have that kind of alpha. D Rose could have. He could have because they did get to the Eastern Conference Final, and he was that good. So And Randall, I told you, he got games where he like he could be Baby Shaq, and then he has games when he looks like a hack. So take your pick. And then they just their defense is good and they play up to certain, but I'm not sold. I'm not sold. The Draymond, Draymond's smart enough to know that. I mean, you know, okay, I didn't even pick that out. He can put stuff up. OKC is not, they're not a terrifying team. As great as Shai is, they still young and green. They got to make another move. They don't have that other part, and they don't play no defense. They're a nice, young, fresh team, but they still wet behind the ears as far as they're not a title team. Let's see what happens in the postseason. Okay, let's not get carried away. If he can make that team jump, because I'm gonna put it to you like this: this is the time. Let's look at the picture carefully, shall we? Do you trust Minnesota? Do you trust OKC? Do you trust Sacramento? Do you trust Phoenix? Are you worried about the Lakers, Golden State? You only got Denver and the Clippers. So he got to find a way to beat the Clippers, who've had his number, and then Denver. There you go. They can get to the Western Conference Finals. We can talk. I trust the Clippers. I trust Denver, and that's it. Denver and maybe the Clippers. That's it. I don't trust nobody else after that. Jokic ain't gonna lose like that. And the Clippers, they got veterans, and Kawhi is playing, and Tyronn Lue. Okay. After that, everybody is a corn flip. That's where Dallas can make some dirt, make some hayway. Just saying. So it's open. And if Denver, if Murray get hurt or Joker get hurt or some with the Clippers, you can make your move. But if you got the horses, make it move. So we'll see. I've been hearing how special he is for the last few years. I ain't seen it. He got the one Western Conference Finals, stunk it up last year. Comes in every season out of shape. So let's see what he got. Prove me wrong. No Bucks, huh? No Bucks. Said no Heat. Okay. Logic says Boston, Philly. Milwaukee's a question mark. I don't count Giannis out because if they get some defense, don't want you to give the Heat no love because we always end up snatching you anyway. I don't want the love. But we're the most dangerous team you don't want to have to play if we get going. Just remember that. No one wants to play Miami. Nobody. Nobody. Mm. So the Bucks. Well, so basically, there ain't that many teams in. There ain't that many teams. Okay. They're great on the road. Remember, they had that crazy series against Boston last year, and they did beat Milwaukee on the road. Remember, they do win on the road. They travel good, and they beat the Knicks too. Get Kevin Love with them passes last year, so we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. We always, whoever wins that series goes to the finals in the East. Just telling you. And if you remember, the Heat were making a strong push for Giannis. He turned it down. So we got that kind of situation. But just saying. Just saying. and I don't think it goes 7. Usually when we beat them, we take them out 5 or 6. I think if you're Milwaukee, you don't want it to go 7, especially not if you Dame and if you Doc. Heck no. You want that mess to end in 5 or 6. You don't want no 7. That's too much pressure. If you're the Heat, you don't mind. If you're the Bucks, you want that mess to end in 5 or 6. Milwaukee's not that strong in a 7 game. They need 5 or 6. We crazy enough though to pull something crazy out. So I don't really even worry because I seen Jimmy Butler and Bam, and I see what they've done. They've been to 2 finals in the last, what, 3, 4 years, and no one saw it coming. So it's okay with me. Meanwhile, Boston's been the favorite. Yeah, he gonna be real rested. He gonna be real rested. He more rested than the cheerleaders is, than there's a reason why he's rested. That was funny last night. That was hilarious. He might be. That's what scrubs get going. So because that's scrubs. You think they be reading this live stream, don't you? They know. Everybody usually know. I know. Because I seen enough scrub garbage time guys come in, games out of reach, and the team's trying to get 150 points to get 15 points to get free tacos or pizza, and some turkey who is the 12th man scores like 5 buckets and makes 5 buckets, and they go, oh. If you see ESPN or Fox or them start talking about scrubs and bums, you know where they got it from. They know. Everybody know. It's like an inside joke, you know. So I laugh so hard because we know he a scrub. Mhm. You got to score them 2 points every week. I didn't say every game. I didn't say every other game. I said every week. They don't get too many blowouts, so he don't get much time. Hmm. So yeah, that was on some site just recently. He was talking about Taylor Swift got some new album coming out. So and they talking about Kelsey and stuff. It's crazy. I can't, that's what I bump into. Anyway, checking everything out. Okay. I'll call it a night. Just want to come back here for a little while. We had a great time earlier. Sorry about the technical issues. You know how it is on the superhighway. I imagine it's going to be jammed up tomorrow. I may or may not come through. It won't be for like an hour or so. But getting some great feedback on the live stream. Great to see some new faces and some places and comments and thoughts. And we just kind of talk about whatever. We got a segment on just about anybody. We're going to talk sports, music, film. Yeah, if we want to talk about actors, we'll get into politics. We'll talk about anybody. And I'm enjoying this a great deal. But the scrubs and the bums and all that segment, there shouldn't be nothing too surprising tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens. Should be a very lively day of entertainment. So just getting through. They got cocky before. They probably think that they're not gonna blow this like they did the last time. He's a better quarterback than he was the last time. He got that 3rd and long on Tyreek. He's even better and more poised now. He's won one, lost one. He's now in the 3rd Super Bowl removed from that. I don't know how cocky you'd want to be. I wouldn't be cocky with a cat like that, especially when you know you got to go through him to get a ring. Just saying. When if your quarterback don't bring it, mm, we'll see. We shall see. Because they better play better. If he don't win, that's his name. If he don't win, it will be shenanigans. Because now it'll be 2 trips and all of NFC East runner ups with different quarterbacks and this person and that person. You better win. You better get it. We will see. You know, I'm an AFC dude and I'm pulling for Mahomes. I like Mahomes, but I don't have what you call a doggy per se because I'm not a fan like that. But I respect both teams. Well, they should be. They should be. He didn't camped out at the NFC. He been the best team in the NFC to not win and that's be the second Super Bowl in what? So think about it. They lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship game. Ball should have been intercepted. Jimmy G couldn't even throw his body weight. And then you saw how they lost to Philly. So that's all them NFC Championship games right there. Mm, I mean, I knew he'd get a job, but my have the mighty fallen. I have the mighty fallen. He looked like a genius in Oregon, stunk it up at Philly. My. Have the mighty have fallen. He ain't what he was. But he'll be back in the NFL if he does good for y'all. If y'all beat Michigan or y'all's poised offense, they'll find him a job. I already see the writing on the wall. Yeah, that's all. Gimmicky type ball usually gets caught, especially in football. Football, unless you really special, they catch up to you pretty quick. It's not like basketball or baseball. Baseball is more individualized. Hard to do it with a team unless, of course, you just happen to be better than everybody. But football, they tend to catch you about a couple of years. It don't last as long. That's why there's not many dynasties. It's tough. College football, because everybody copies everybody, it's not the way it once was. So now you're not seeing teams run off like what Alabama did. You see Georgia was close. Clemson had a little run. Yeah. But that was a different era with Doug Moe. They didn't play no defense. And eventually you get guys who can D up, bench, get injury. They didn't win championships. That's a different era. It was like Mike D'Antoni style. Okay. But you gotta have a great player, great next player, some defense, a bench. You gotta really catch people. You gotta have a good mix. Mose was strictly just rolling the dice. Only because 2 things. Injuries, they got older. I don't really think they caught up with him, no, because no one else has won 4 rings as another team. Now Miami been to as many finals, 4 with LeBron, 2 without, as Golden State, but they didn't win as many. Kawhi Leonard pre-Golden State won after, as LeBron did once, twice Golden State, But you know what I'm getting at? No one really caught them as far as teams. It's just that individual players and system. No one's really caught Steph Curry. If you think about it, he still shoots better than most. It's just that everybody shoots threes now, and he doesn't have a sidekick that keeps up. Clay's not the dude, and Draymond, you know, that's what happened. I am a firm believer if Durant had to stay there right now, they'd still be going to the finals. The best and worst thing that happened to Kevin Durant. So, but when you go to 6 finals and you win 4 out of 6 in a decade, yeah, then can't say that it caught them because they got old and plus the style. But there hasn't been another team that's matched them. They want Boston, but they ain't matched them. Because Golden State went 6-5-1-4. In that time, if we go since 2015, you've had Cleveland, Toronto, Lakers, Milwaukee, and Denver. 5 different teams. So should have gotten him before the season started. But his freaky deaky worked against him. Not so much the Thunder, but Golden State, yeah. He would have fit good because it's a veteran team. I don't think they listen to him on Thunder. The Thunder just need somebody like, ironically, if Serge Ibaka came back, you know. So, or if DeMarcus Cousins was available. Ain't nothing wrong with Lopez. Lopez gives you more than Dwight from Milwaukee. It's just they don't utilize the bigs the right way. Their problem is the guard play of defense, not the post. It's the guard play. Drew Holiday fit. Yeah, if he played with Orlando right now, I mean with the Orlando, but he played with OKC, he'd be funky. Put him with the Shea Curtis, they coming out the West. Put him with Shea. And if he was motivated and was worth getting, I'd say the Knicks could get him too. He's the kind of dude that, because remember, he was better than AD. Boogie was better than AD in New Orleans. Just saying. Oh yeah, I like Shea. He just needs another piece to work with him. That's all. I like Shea a lot. They just ain't got the pieces. That's all. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to make that move. Come back tomorrow. Come back early, right before the game gets going. Yeah, I think they can too. I agree with that. Jokic is a special player. Jamal Murray's time to shine. Aaron Gordon's a good fit. Michael Porter Jr. is the X factor. He gets his baby Clay on. He gets his outside going. They ain't messing with that. He can shoot. He's a sharp shooter. So I think they're gonna be tough too. I think they're gonna be tough. I think they're gonna be tough to beat. And I think it's the Jokic room, you know. So I'm saying. So all right, I'm gonna sign off now because I gotta roll. But anyway, catch y'all. Appreciate everything. Always glad you stopped through. Had a great show, great conversation. Went over some cool names. Let's do it again tomorrow too. And I'll catch you for the Super Bowl. Appreciate you. Peace the best. Stay safe, stay warm, stay up. Thanking. Appreciate. Out.